All right, welcome everyone to the Dorito side breakdown here for the NXL British Invitational. Brit Open, British Open, British Invitation, one of those. So just as a friendly reminder, if you haven't checked out the middle and the snake side breakdowns, please make sure that you go ahead and do that. Just as a quick refresher, we were saying snake side is just everything from there over, and the middle is in between those lines. And the Dorito side, what we're going to be going over in this video, is everything from the can over, including the little starfish thing. So we're going to break all of that down, starting with the back center. So the back center, I think you're going to see people delaying and putting two bodies here to shoot wide. The issue being seeing how people are setting up. I think having someone, and we saw this on the snake side too, how you shoot across here is really going to decide a lot of interesting stuff, because if you shoot too low and they take the deep route, they're making it clean all day. I think the guy going out to the Dorito corner should be relatively safe, because you're shooting blind here, so they can see that that paint. Doesn't mean that they have it like free the whole way. But, you know, someone shooting the shallow here to try to catch someone going across and, you know, kind of going through this zone through here, or going behind the brick, I think that's going to be something. You're going to see some creativity on both sides, and I think you're going to see the same thing on this Dorito side. But if you shoot too low, they have the deep run. If you shoot too deep, they have the shallow run. So having some sort of a code of how the guy looks like he's setting up, or really trying to capitalize on this is the guy that is shooting here, or sorry, how they run into the prop. All of that is going to be important to pick up on. So yeah, that back center has some good shots, but I think it's going to be dependent on how they break out. So here is that shot here. So this is kind of the danger zone for this this can. If the guy is shooting shallow, he has it running, gunning the whole way, and has no issues at all. It looks like you might be able to have a drop shot into the other can. I think we saw that on the snake side as well. So they would have the same shot back, and then deep into the snake corner. But let's see. I think, you know, diving across here, it's going to depend on how well they're shooting people off the break, because the Aztec on the snake side we saw can shoot back as well. There's a little bit of a blocker with this can, but as you are coming out, you can shoot back at this guy, and that's going to help with your runner maybe going straight in or not. We saw that this brick seems kind of useless. You could probably use it as a way to delay, to then dive out, you know, kind of read the paint and then go across or not. Maybe that's where you'll see that. But when we were looking in the middle, when you watch that video, or maybe you've watched it already, it's not that great. So I don't really see a reason to stay there other than to use it as a delay. Let's see the heads up shot here. Yeah, the heads up shot, yeah, shooting back at your mirror and all that, that's good. I'm just worried about this guy. This runner through here, I think, is definitely going to be an issue. I almost wonder if you should shoot for the deep shot, or sorry, shoot for the shallow shot and make sure that they don't get into there. Oh, sorry, let's look over. Yeah, not a whole lot on the snake side. As we fill out, yeah, so there's that shot right here. I'll go up so we can see it. So the back center shooting right over the top right there, drops it across through here. You know, if they kind of float a little bit, you know, they could shoot right through here. But, you know, if you're picking like how deep or shallow you're going, you could definitely mess with people and kind of up your chances of surviving. Inside shots look pretty useless. There's a little tiny one that you can shoot through here for the snake gap if they haven't gotten in there yet, but I don't know. Not too sure about that. This doesn't look too bad, though, to maybe stop them from wrapping this starfish. Now, you'd have to be worried about your mirror and if they got wide, because if they got wide, then they can start wrapping on you, and that's going to make things pretty difficult. Let's look and see. Okay, you can shoot at that brick. The wedge seems kind of like this move is relatively free, though. unless they're in your brick, and then, in which case you have bigger problems. Oh, I'm not 4 feet tall. Let's go up into this Dorito and see. Turn. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, looking at the Aztec here, trying to drop into the back center, I think you have that option. They would have the option, same option back. So remember, whenever we're saying that there's a shot on someone, they probably have the same shot back at you. Yeah, that wedge, if they're there, could definitely eat you alive. So you'd want to be careful of that one. But it seems like the other bunkers, you can crawl low and kind of just come up right into this little W. It would mainly be that wedge. Now coming out to the wire, like this bunker for shooting the wire, this is real solid for shooting that. The issue is that they can take the inside route, but you could stop them from making any sort of wrap on the Dorito side. So this could be a solid one to get to. Kind of feel like it's still going to be war of attrition on this side too, but we'll check it out more. Let me go across and look at the inside shot. So you have that inside shot into here. I feel like if they're making that move, they're already making it across. If they haven't, you could shoot cross and shoot into there. But I almost wonder if your guy should already be in there by that point. Okay, so this is a possibility here as well. If I zoom up, if you bounce the inside here, it should bounce over into that can. And that can is a threat for the snake side. So that would definitely be one that, yeah, this seems like a pretty solid bunker to get to, actually. The issue is just that you have to, like, crouch. That's the only problem. But yeah, I mean, like, you can come here and bounce it off there and shoot it into that guy in the can. And I think that could be pretty solid. This gap as well. Let's see. You can wrap and shoot from here as well to bounce it over. Maybe you just try to shoot the can heads up. They would have this gap here. So if you checked and then just came across to here and started shooting that bounce, it would probably go in. You could try to shoot them heads up. I mean, if they're just throwing paint through here, it might be a little bit difficult. But if you... This could be an option here as well. If I can get the angle just right. I'm trying to move a smidge at a time. Use this little nub here and block them out and shoot off that pin. It might skip into them as well. So that's a threat for that can for sure. In which case, the option for them would probably be to take the outside route and get up into that brick, so that way they can shoot into this gap still. But yeah, then they can also shoot into this gap. Let's look here. This D side looks like it can kind of boogie. Yeah, I mean, you have guys in the middle that can shoot these gaps, but yeah, their head has to be on a swivel for sure. This one you can shoot down the wire as well, but I think the little W is actually better for that. And if we get up to here. Okay, so the wrap to shoot into the can, the back snake corner, the Aztec, the home. So this Dorito side looks pretty strong, actually. But yeah, them staying alive over here is going to be important. I mean, it's always important, but you know what I mean. All right, let's move into their Dorito. So that Aztec, man, there's a lot of chaos on this field. I think it's just going to be a lot of aggression, is what it seems like. Like there's bunkers that you can sit and shoot, but it really seems like you are going to be making moves. Like it really seems like that's going to be the main thing there. So I don't know. It might just be kind of an attack and just take people off the field. Let's look here. Let's go to turn here. So if we dove across, can they shoot through there? So they could shoot through there. If you dive up into here, is it worth stopping here? Not a huge fan of stopping here to try to stop anything on this side, just because, again, they can take the inside route. Man, it really seems like on both these sides, you just got to get up there. So kind of beat them to the starfish and to the wires. So let's see the inside route. Oh, not over the bunker. I'm gonna go down. Go up here. Yeah, you have this inside route for sure. And then crawl up. Is it worth stopping anywhere? Not really seeing a great chance or great reason to stop there. Same thing here. Like why pull up before you get here? Once you're here, you have a good shot into that can. Obviously, if they are if you wanted to kind of bait the guy to come through, I guess you could, but you're just so close that I think aggression is going to be the name of the game on this side. Let's see. Okay, so the Dorito corner is able to shoot through this channel, so you'd have to be careful of that guy. But if they aren't wide, you could probably come here and then dive across, because the reason I'm saying to maybe dive across is because I think this can is going to be able to bounce it off this Dorito into you. So it's just going to make it where you can't really wrap as hard. But if you are in here and come up over the top, you still have some shots there. So is it better? It might be better to get to this Dorito. You guys definitely have to try this out and tell me what you think. I don't know if I would want to get to this Dorito or the starfish. I think both are definitely solid. Obviously, getting to their side is where you really want to get to. But yeah, this crawl through here. If they aren't in the Doritos yet, and you come here and then just kind of put pressure on them, you might actually be able to bounce it off here, and it might skip in. I'm not sure if that bounce is going to work 100%. Same thing with bouncing off here into the back center, and then dive across. Maybe that's the move. So if they are looking at this channel, you know, you coming here and then maybe kind of backtracking could be good. Or if they aren't wide and you check around and they haven't gotten wide, then you can start wrapping, get into their side. Then obviously if there's someone here, you need to get them off the field because you don't want them to get wide on this side. So definitely, man, this is a lot of chaos. I think it's going to be a very aggressive layout. But yeah, that's the Dorito side there. So just like the others, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Please check out paintball, P8BALL.com. And if you use How to Play Paintball, you get 5% off your order of your any marker and 10% off of anything else on the website. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the middle and the snake side, please make sure that you go ahead and do that. And tell me what you think in the comments down below. But good luck to everyone playing this. And yeah, I think it's gonna be some chaos. So I guess we'll just go have to shoot at each other and see. Watch, learn, win. Thanks.